အဲ့တော့ set weekend ကျွန်တော်ရန်ကုန်ကနေကြိုဆိုပါတယ်လာမယ့်ဒီဇင်ဘာအတွက်ကိုကျွန်တော်တို့ set weekend မှာလာမယ့်ကြမယ့် participant တွေအတွက်ကိုကျွန်တော် inspiration ရအောင်ဆိုပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒီ international ခုန expert တွေပေါ့နော်နောက်ပြီးတော့ဒီဟိုဟာတွေဒီလုပ်ငန်းရှင်တွေကိုကျွန်တော်တို့ကလိုက်ပြီးတော့ဖိတ်ပြီးတော့စကားပြောနေတာဖြစ်ပါတယ်အဲဒီတစ်ခေါက်ကတော့ကျွန်တော်ဒီ Bradley ကိုဖိတ်ခေါ်ထားပါတယ် Hello Bradley, how are you?
Good morning, Thate. I'm very well, thank you.
Yep. So we are starting our December event on coming, I think, first December, and then basically we have like first, second, third, 3 days event where all the youngsters will just come together and then start pitching their ideas in like 1 minute, and then they just choose each other to become teams, and then they sort of compete against each other, and the public will be sort of voting for like 10 sort of selected startups, and then all the startup will be trained through 1 day event on the customer validation, link numbers, and pitching. Has core 4 components like ID, intro, demo, the business, and the landing. And then 5 minute pitch will be prepared. And then the next day, they present the 5 minute pitch with the demo to the audience and the judges. And the judges will be judging it. And then the judges will select 3 setups, and then the public will select one setup through voting. So that will be the sort of setup we can. And I think you're already familiar with this.
A great format, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much this time around, our theme, right? The theme of our the coming sort of event is like innovation and global scalability. So as we talk about global scalability, we are looking at various industries to inspire the startups. So basically, we have sort of business outsourcing in the industry and e-commerce sort of industry, right? And then educational market. And then at the same time, we also have what you call global management consulting services. This is not what we have. I mean, we have as a wall, right? All are connected and everything is like everywhere all at once, and then having all those things, all the opportunities lying around, right? This becomes inspiration for all the startups joining the startup weekend. And of course, today, right, the thing that we should be talking about is Web3, because as sort of per this particular prediction, right, this like Web3 market size is supposed to be 49 billion by 2030. It's going at around 50% per year. So it's like pretty much sort of interesting sort of market as of today. And I understand that you also like you have a lot more experience than me in Web3. You have been like started since I think the Bitcoin age, I guess. And so can you please tell me a bit about yourself? What have you been sort of doing for the last like sort of few years until now?
Certainly. Yeah, so I am Bradley Hughes. I am a digital marketing veteran of more than 25 years of doing digital marketing, web development, web hosting, custom site management, delivery of online services. For the last 7 years now, I have been full-time pretty much in the blockchain and crypto space, and that also obviously encompasses Web3. Currently, if you look for me on LinkedIn, yes, you'll find me as the Chief Thinking Officer for Isotope Ventures. So Isotope Ventures was established 3 years ago, initially as a venture studio to partner with startups to help them develop their initial technology. So very much along the lines of getting from 0 to 1, helping startups build their roadmaps, their MVPs, develop their product thesis, build an initial prototype, start to find early product market fit. So to really get from that 0 to 1 to the point where the startup is in a position to use the first level of innovation or the first iteration to then go to seek some funding and to grow further. So we do develop enterprise grade technology solutions, and at this point in time, my main focus is on consulting and advisory. I have my own startups as well. I'm a serial entrepreneur, relentlessly attempting to innovate with new ideas. I suppose I've always enjoyed following every wave of technology, since the 80s, dialing up to bulletin boards and then getting onto the internet at the end of the 80s through University of Technology, Computing Science, was one of the first people to develop websites for the University of Technology. I built the original University UTS library website in 1994, physically assembled the server, installed the operating system and everything. So like I've always been hands-on, full stack. These days, very much interested in NFTs and Web3s and DAOs, which is also, I believe, germane to some of the topics that you're focusing on for the startup weekend. How to collaborate in a globally connected, diverse ecology of businesses, ideas, startups, founders, all of that sort of thing. So I'm making myself available at your service for questions and perhaps sharing anything that I've learned along my 30+ year journey online.
Yep. So the first question for this Startup Weekend program is like, what is your first step towards everything? I mean, how did you get it just when you are starting this for the first time?
Okay, so I think it's a very tried and true adage that the best startups are founded on a clear, obvious problem where someone has an annoyance or an itch. What's that grain of sand in the oyster? What is it that's really agitating you and you're dissatisfied and you need to see a solution? So I tend to start all my ideas from a point of like, there's something missing. It's a problem. I need to solve it. Do other people have the same problem? So it really then starts with informal market research. You start talking to friends and colleagues, other people in the space, to see whether it's only just you. Well, if it's just you, then obviously there's nothing commercializable there, and you've just got your own unique problem. But if you find that there's commonalities and there's a set of people each grappling with that same challenge, I think you can point to every startup and say that at the seed of every startup was that one grain of sand causing that agitation. So, I mean, for me personally, right now, for example, I'm the world's longest running NFT auctioneer. I've been running online auctions in Telegram since January 2017. Before there were even, mainstream NFT collections on Ethereum. This is pre-Ethereum. So been around that space a long time. What's a big problem in that space is automation of accounting and settlements. So one of the things that I then went to work on was building a prototype for automation of tracking auction bidding and settlements and sending out messages, that sort of thing. So I built a fairly complex prototype in Airtable and then had it coded up into a back-end system. That's not live in the market yet, but I do hope to pick that up again soon and take that to the next stage, because that can then be turned into a SaaS offering, an auction house in a box, where I can white label license to other NFT auctioneers everything I've learned in 7 years of doing that, distilled into that platform solution, so that other people don't have to go through that same learning curve. So that's an example.
I see. So what were the sort of the challenges that you were facing when you're starting this kind of thing?